When I got the opportunity to do this, what I decided I wanted to do was to combine what annoys me about Greek life and the fraternal movement with what I love about the fraternal movement and Greek life. And really for me, that's blending together social justice. There is a Hopi prophecy that is we are the ones that we have been waiting for. I promise. For some of you, that's going to scare the shit out of you. For some of you, you're like, good, it's about time, I'm ready to go. So what I think is important to understand is that if you're ready to go, that's great. Let's go. That there's a lot of us. Some of us can Facebook our founders. Some of us have no idea what our founders' names are, but we did repeat them at a high rate of speed at some point in time. So let me dismiss something. One of the first pieces is that there's me and you. So this is a little bit of like a grammar test, okay? So if we create this division around me and you, we instantly have two sets of groups. In social justice, we have the dominant and the subordinated group. So like, if this is me, then I have my own issues, or I have my group, or my colors, or my mascot, or my identities, my neighborhood that I've probably gentrified on land that I've stolen from them, whoever them is, right? So then you have the them, they're the rival colors, the people on the old row versus the new row, the men's groups, the women's groups, the goddamn independents. Goddamn independents are our potential members, right? I see some discourse. So I don't want to talk about me or you. The other piece that I talk about in social justice work is that if we get out of the individual conversation, away from me and you, what we end up with is us versus them. When us versus them shows up, sometimes this instantly comes to the goddamn independents versus the affiliated, right? Within the affiliated, we have those like me who were alumni initiates that somehow don't count. They don't count because they didn't have an undergraduate experience. You know what? I was never hazed. I never had a bad experience, and I don't have a t-shirt quilt. I do, however, have values that I deeply live my entire life to. I promised to live my entire life to a higher oath. I just did it after some of you, which means some of you should be ahead of me. When we talk about us versus them, we're actually all in this together. Us and them doesn't work either. If we create these kind of divisions, we're in so much competition with one another, we have forgotten that we are the very community that we have been waiting for. If we keep these divisions, this is how shit don't change. Which, to be honest, I got a mortgage to pay, so that's good. But I would be okay if we could make at least some baby steps. And I believe the first baby step there is to stop the individual competition, stop the group conversation, and realize that we are in this together. Now, some of us, when we say we are in this together, we immediately think of the members that we should have never initiated. We think of the groups that we wish our campus would drop. We think of the groups that we wish our campus would bring on. Then I immediately go to Greek Week, speaking of paying my mortgage. I don't understand this, and I know I didn't have an undergraduate experience, but what do your values have to do with a trophy and t-shirts and tug of wars and literally hating each other for a week? And if you're going to hate each other for a week, that is bad marketing for future membership that somebody's trying to make money off of. So stop doing it. Greek Week, I promise. Are you scared? Good. Greek Week should be about how we as human beings have made a promise to hold all of ourselves to a higher standard because we have access to a higher education. Some of us paid money to join a club that comes with t-shirts that will eventually be a t-shirt quilt. I get it. But if we can actually act together in an organized fashion, we will be our best marketing, we will continue to grow, our values will mean something, and we, literally, will be the ones we've been waiting for. Thank you very much.